Howdy folks, Jamboree here. The late Jim Henson was best known for his family-friendly puppet shows like Fraggle Rock, Sesame Street and The Muppet Show, but he was first and foremost an experimental filmmaker. He made quite a few shorts and features, one of which was called The Dark Crystal. The Dark Crystal is a fantasy adventure. It's set in a mystical world where an evil race called the Skeksis rule with harsh cruelty. It's up to the last two Gelflings, Jen and Kira, to restore hope to the world by bringing light to the Skeksis' power source, the Dark Crystal. The Muppets and Sesame Street, this is not. The Dark Crystal is much more serious and darker than Jim Henson's other work. While it is a fantasy adventure like Labyrinth, The Dark Crystal goes for a far more sinister, mature and epic tone compared to the campy, child-friendly Labyrinth. To me, the strength of this film has to be the world it creates. The rich, lush plant life and various strange creatures of the world around our characters are not only fascinating, they're also believable. So much creativity has been put into the environment of this film, helping to convince us that this world exists and will continue to breathe after the film ends. I love the world in this film. There's always little details in the background to spot, and the things our characters meet are consistently interesting. However, a film can't rely on its setting alone to work. Are the characters just as engaging as the backdrops? Well, most of them are. The only character that I find flat is Jen. He's not very developed or defined and just serves as a typical good guy hero. It's also kind of annoying hearing him in a monologue about everything, because it becomes grating to hear him ramble on about his surroundings and feelings. Plus, this also undermines the puppetry, implying that the puppetry can't speak for itself.
This place is weird. Let's see. Her name is Aughra. Follow the greater sun for a day to the home of Aughra. Some directions. Who is Aughra anyway? One of these things? Maybe she murders Gelflings.
You need to shut the fuck up!
He's not an unlikable or horrible character, he's just not as fleshed out or enjoyable as the rest of the cast. Like Kira, who has a beautiful relationship with nature, a talent for animal training, and a tough spirit, but also a sense of caution and fear.
Why?
Oh.
What is that?
Just an Ebri. She won't hurt you. Dobar, not Raksad. Dobar.
Or Aughra, a funny and loudmouthed oracle whose larger-than-life personality often steals the movie.
What's it for? Is that what you want to know? You want to know what this is all about? Is that it, Gelfling? You don't know?
The Mystics are also charming in a relaxing, passive way. There's something comforting about their screen presence. The Skeksis are really entertaining villains. They're very intimidating and vile, but there's also something flamboyant about their aristocratic personalities.
Find that Gelfling now!
Crystal bats fly! Search the land! Search the water! Search the sky!
While Jen isn't that interesting, the characters he meets certainly are. I'll admit that this film's narrative is very conventional. It follows the usual fantasy adventure structure of a hero travelling far to stop oppressive villains. But what makes the journey engaging is exploring this grandiose, detailed world and meeting the characters that live in it. At the same time, the film does provide plenty of action, tension and horror. The minions that work for the Skeksis fuel most of the film's conflicts. They're soulless, mindless monsters that relentlessly break down walls to achieve their missions, and threaten anything in their way with sharp claws. Every time they make an entrance, you know shit is about to go down, and they appear at the most inconvenient times, just to make things even more dramatic. In addition, the Skeksis Chamberlain has been banished from their castle. He's very wormy and spends most of the film trying to convince the Gelflings that he's turned good. He certainly adds tension whenever he tries to sliver his way into our heroes' hearts.
Come to the castle, please. Show them you want peace. Show them Gelflings will not harm us. Please, please, please.
Jen! No.
Come, please, please. Yes, please. Yes.
No! Come on, Kira.
No! Wait. Wait, please. Please, wait. Please.
Please make peace! Unacceptable!
So yeah, this film is excitingly fun and has a fascinating backdrop for its story, but let's not forget that this is a Puppet Panic review. So what do I think of the puppetry? Where do I begin? The craftsmanship put into this movie is breathtakingly overwhelming. Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm actually finding it difficult to calm down and sensibly describe the effort put into this film's puppet production. To begin with, credit really needs to be given to artist Brian Froud, whose concept and creature designs inspired the look of this movie. His distinctly strange and mystical visual approach to the film is brilliant. Every character and background has been designed with a keen sense of otherworldly imagination. Then there's the puppetry itself, which is beyond impressive. It's startling how much ambition and hard work has been put into these puppets. The dedication really shows. Puppeteers were cramped, contorted, and pushed to help bring these creatures to life. It's amazing. The variety of talents behind these puppets are excellent too. It's not just Jim Henson and his experienced puppeteers that are behind these characters' movements. Dancers, mimes, and circus performers add their unique talents to these puppets too, adding fantastical dynamics to these characters' actions. I really have to applaud these people for going to such lengths to make us believe that these characters organically exist. To conclude, while I think that The Dark Crystal has a boring lead hero and a run-of-the-mill story structure, I still think that it's a highly entertaining movie. It's so imaginative. The world that it creates for our characters is immersive, and the puppetry is outstanding. I highly recommend it to people who want to see a more serious and mature Jim Henson project. In the next episode of Puppet Panic, I'm going to review Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Cheerio, folks.